Do they want chop style, chop us down? What's up, y'all? I can't play y'all real music because YouTube be tripping with the copyright stuff. So sometimes I have to sing a little ditty for you guys. What's up? It is 10 days until my birthday. Wow. I'm about to be 46, y'all. Who would have thunk it, right? I am blessed to be able to make it this old in life. I have outlived my natural father. He died at 34. Not to start the thing off bad, but yeah, every day you wake up is a blessing, right? Even if you feel old, your knees is creaking, your back is hurting, you still thank God that you're still here. I can still do most things I could do 20 years ago, except for have a baby. So that's a plus for me. What's up with you peoples? What did I do today? I went to the gym, and that was hard. I have been working out at home all week because I just haven't had it in me to go into a facility. And I have had this, so I work out in the morning, and for some reason I have not wanted to digest pre-workout in the morning. It's really gross. Pre-workout is gross. I mean, mostly all the healthy supplements I take, apple cider vinegar, all that is beyond gross. But then you're going to top off your morning with pre-workout is like, ugh. So, and I think I got really spoiled this weekend on getting some rest. So it's just been hard for me to get back. But I went to the gym today, and I went to the grocery store, bought a bunch of crap that I probably don't need. Bought my dog some treats. She gets very picky because she's very spoiled. Like, I buy her things, she likes them for like the first day, and then the next day she's looking at me like, I don't like this. So it's like finding things she likes is annoying. But I didn't see her. Like, I left for the gym, I didn't see her butt no more, so she was probably up in my son's room, and that's what she gets because she missed out on some food because I went and got me some salmon and rice from Longhorn and a strawberry salad. So it's very summery. My neighbors are still popping fireworks, and it's not even that day anymore, but yeah, they're cool, right? Don't you love those people that are still popping fireworks after the 4th? It's like, y'all didn't get them all out. Not at all. So, anyway, let me get into this news. Because there is news. I always see what pops up as soon as I open up the Twitter app. They're still talking about that teen and the mother who used fake names to trick police into thinking he was missing for 8 years. He also had been living with his mother almost the whole time. He was reported missing on March 7, 2015, but came home one day. So I kind of talked about this story yesterday, and yeah. What's funny is that NBC has posted the thing about Keke Palmer and her boyfriend. Like, this is how you know news is slow. Because Keke Palmer, who has been a star forever, like she was in Aquila and the Bee, if you guys ever watched that, but she has this boyfriend and she has a new baby, and she went to an Usher concert and she wore kind of a sexy sheer dress, and her husband, he ain't even her husband, he's her boyfriend, child. That's problem number one. He said she was a mom. And she shouldn't have been, I don't know. So I asked my husband this. I was like, babe, would you? And he was like, no, and no. And I know my husband wouldn't, because my husband, I wouldn't say he definitely disagrees with the dude tweeting it out. And I think that's where the dude went wrong. He should have just texted her that. The fact that he tweeted that out was kind of lame. And she's like a performer and she's famous. So, like, you know, we've seen Kiki's cakes all over the internet if you really wanted to see them. So it was distasteful for him to say that. But me and my husband had this discussion, and he was like he wouldn't be with it either. And you know what? That's why you need girls' night. Having that discussion with my husband reminds me why girls' night is needed. And what stays in girls' night is on girls' night. So, you know, if my husband's listening to this, don't worry. I'm going to have fun. I mean, I want to have my cakes out, but girls can be, I mean, women, I feel like she wasn't doing nothing provocative or raunchy, so I think all the backlash and him saying throwing the mom card, it was kind of lame, especially when he has pictures of himself posted in his underwear too, but whatever. I mean, I know my husband wouldn't approve of me. I wouldn't sing with Usher anyway, just because Usher allegedly has herpes. Usher's never done it for me anyway, because he's so much younger than me. I'm not into young dudes, but I mean, he's a handsome man, but would I be all... There's not a man alive that can make me do that. I can tell you that. Like a famous man anyway. Besides my husband, of course. But there's not a man that just can make me fangirl like that. There's never been one created. I'm still waiting for the man that does that. But it hasn't. But anyway, that was that. My husband would be hating. My husband's a hater. And I'm not mad at him. I get it. Men don't ever want their women's cakes out. I get it. But whatever. But this whole thing is like been taking over the news. That's the only reason I even bring it up again. And so I decided to show my husband her outfit, saw what he thought. He didn't think the outfit was terrible, but he wasn't a fan of her dancing with Usher, but whatever. What man would be, I guess? I don't know. That's why you don't post stuff and do everything you do. That's why when girls night should not be televised. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Trump still going through. Judge denies Justice Department request to block Trump's deposition in lawsuits. They're still going through with this whole thing. Do I think anything will come of it? Who knows? The mother and father are charged with manslaughter in their daughter's death for leaving their 18-month-old in a car after returning home from a 4th of July party. Wow. Why? Just why? The car was clearly too hot. I mean, was 4th of July really that important that you had to leave your baby? So, Facebook launched their thing called Threads, I believe. And Elon Musk is saying that he stole some trade secrets. Says Twitter lawyer wrote a letter to Facebook parent Meta accusing the company of systematic and unlawful misappropriation of trade secrets following the launch of its Threads services. I don't even know if I have the energy to do another app. Twitter's already crazy enough, and I already got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Like, I don't know if I can eat another app. For real. It's tiring, like all these apps at once. It's like, why? A 7-year-old was shot and killed when gunfire broke out in a jet ski dispute. Wow. Shooting around children will never be popular, people. The prevalence of marijuana use is creating recruitment challenges as many recruits cannot pass the drug test required for service. Lawmakers seek to loosen the rules of marijuana use by military recruits. Yeah, because everybody smokes weed these days, I feel like. I've never tried it, don't plan on trying it, but the world is on weed, so yeah, I can see how that'd be a thing. And I don't have anything against it. I'm such a crazy person already saying sober that drugs will just make me crazier. And who knows what I'd be saying to you guys if I was high. Let's see what else. So Britney Spears was backhanded by a security guard for NBA player Victor Wembanyama. The good news about this is Britney's alive. A lot of y'all were thinking she's dead, but she's alive and she got slapped. So there's that. I guess she saw this NBA player and she ran up to him and the security backhanded her because they didn't know who she was. Knocked her glasses off her face. So she wasn't feeling that, but More importantly, Brittany's alive and seems to be coherent that she got slapped and she put out a statement. So there's that. And I don't condone slapping Brittany, but a lot of y'all thought she was dead. So there you have it. Two women staying at a resort in Stateline, Nevada reported intrusions to their rooms on Sunday and Monday morning. The sheriff said the women woke up to the intruder fondling their feet in Lake Tahoe. Child, that's crazy. Y'all don't have a deadbolt? Did y'all just lock the thing like normal? Kevin Costner still going through with his wife. Lakes are continuing to recede. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Josh Allen has a new woman, Haley Steinfeld. They're making out in a Mexican pool in Mexico. Steve-O from Jackass jumps off a tower of London Bridge. Cops detain him over stunt. Steve-O, he had a big drug problem, but he went to rehab, but he's still doing stunts, so that's cool, right? Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, smokes hookah through Larsa's boobs. Michael Jordan said he did not approve of their relationship. A lot of people say this guy's on the spectrum. Take that as you will. They say that he's not all the way there, which I don't know. I've never even heard the man talk. So now Drake got hit by a cell phone on stage. So the new thing now is people are throwing things on stage, huh? Yeah. Samuel Jackson is on his annual yacht tour, and if you guys have never vacationed, the way Samuel Jackson vacations and Magic Johnson, they all like get this huge mega giant beyond yacht, and like is the best. It's on the only way you'd want a vacation. Ricky Martin splits from his husband Joseph John Juan Joseph. Prince Harry's happy force celebrates his Revolutionary War in Montecito. Honey Boo Boo's dad to check into Lamar's rehab facility due to his prescription drug. I don't know if that show helped that family or harmed that family, because they were doing bad when the show came, but it just seems like they're getting worse. Like, I don't know, or they would have been bad. Sometimes the money makes people worse. Another Georgia mother facing charges after she abandoned her daughter in a closet, leaving her to die. A mother in DeKalb County is accused of wheeling her daughter into an apartment closet and abandoning her in a stroller. Court docs revealed that Alondra Hobbs is facing charges of felony murder and second-degree child cruelty in the death of Alicia Hobbs Jordan. Based on the records, it's believed that Hobbs left her child in a closet sometime between late February and late June. Prosecutors claim that Hobbs placed the child in a stroller and rolled her into the closet where, tragically, the 7-year-old was found deceased on June 25th. The warrants indicate that Hobbs deliberately shut the closet door, leaving the apartment with no intention of returning. Last week, an anonymous neighbor came forward and revealed that he made a disturbing discovery while walking back from the friend's place in the afternoon. He noticed that the front door of the unit was wide open. As the neighbor approached the door, he detected a strong, unpleasant smell. Upon entering, he observed that the residence was vacant, giving the impression that someone left in a hurry. It was at this point that he proceeded to the bedroom, where he discovered the closet door ajar and noticed a small human arm hanging from it. You can tell it was a young girl by what she had on and by the hair, he said, adding it seemed the body had been in the closet for quite some time. She looked like a mummy, he said. Man, that's crazy. When y'all smell strong smells and y'all decide to go to them, y'all are really brave, because I can tell you right now, So Beyonce's been canceling her concerts. She was supposed to go to Pittsburgh, and I know where I'm from, she postponed it. Some people are saying that, so this is like her, I don't know. Some people are saying the seats aren't getting sold out. I don't know. She's refunding people's money, but it's interesting. I can tell you, I'm not paying no Beyonce prices for no Beyonce tickets. Like, But yeah, she's been kind of canceling her concerts. And somebody said it could be because the seats aren't filled like she hoped. You never know, dude. You never know. I mean, Beyonce's rich regardless. And these tours take too long. Why don't y'all just do like 5 major cities? I mean, I guess she goes overseas and all that, but every night on the road, like, come on. Let's see what Reddit's talking about. What are the perks of being single? Let's see. I just spend money on myself. You only think about your own problems. There be people in relationships that only think about their own problems. You save money on air conditioning because your heart went cold years ago. If you have work on yourself to do it, it can be done with the maximum focus. Yeah, if you're single and motivated, it's the bomb. You do whatever you want when you want. Some people in relationships do that. I took a crap with the toilet door open. I always leave the door open unless my husband's home, but I hate when I'm at home. I do not poop with the door closed. It gives me claustrophobia. When did you lose the honeymoon lust for your partner? I don't think you lose it. I think it comes back in spurts. Like for me, obviously, after that first year, obviously things start wearing off. But definitely after the first 3 months too. But it comes back in spurts. Like you might go through something in life, and then your partner's there for you. Or sometimes I can just hear a love song and I just love my husband. And there are things that my husband does that comforts me. So it's like, for me, it's in waves. Like some days I really love my husband. I mean, I love him every day, but some days I really love him because he's comfortable. But then it could be an hour later to where I want him to go. So I don't think for me, you never lose it. Somebody said 22 years married, still hasn't gone away. I'm much more content to wait for her to be in the mood now. We both got older and our libido has recently kicked back up and I can barely hang sometimes. Whoa. Been with her about 30 years and I do not think I lost it yet. I'm still happy, a happy MFer. After about a year or so, thank God, or nothing would ever get done. We've been together 15 years and 2 to 3 times a week. Oh, so you guys are talking about sex. Sex, I mean, at least every week, right? At least once or twice a week. Me and my husband have been together. This is like year 9 for us. But, yeah. Yeah, most people say they haven't lost their lust for their partner. I thought y'all was talking about love. Should have known y'all was talking about sex, you little perverts. You have 10 minutes before a nuclear bomb hits your place. What do you do? I would probably grab like a few things, my ID, crap like that, and definitely hightail it to wherever, like an underground something, and hopefully I can put some of my valuables that I want under there. But I mean, it's a nuclear bomb. I know that the chances of survival are low, but I don't know, a girl can dream. But definitely have all my family in one place, obviously. And hopefully we all live within, 10 minutes is not a lot of time, right? So probably say all my final goodbyes to everybody and say it's been real. And yeah, I don't know, 10 minutes is not a lot of time. Somebody said I'll have a beer and be glad that I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Procrastinate for 8 minutes and scramble to get out on time. Ask my daughter what she wants to do in that moment, if she wants to cover me in stickers for 10 minutes. I don't think your kid is going to be thinking that. They're going to think, we're not going to have internet. Like, that's what I feel like kids. Clear browser history. Yeah, listen, life is so crazy. I think most people be like, finally. For real, man. Because this world, it gets crazier by the minute. And with social media and all that craziness that happens, it's kind of like, sometimes I'm like, how much longer? That's why you should not kill yourself. Because listen, this crazy world is going to help you do it. Like, for real. Just wait and see what's happening with the fake meat, the air, the this, the that, the reptilians, the lizards, the dome, the everything. Like, don't kill yourself. Like, just wait around and see what the big surprise is. Let's go to my story times. Let's see what I scrounged up for you guys. I had some interesting stuff. This is about Mocha Fest. Candy Burris is talking about Mocha Fest, and it seems kind of naughty.
You guys see the video that was online from, what was the name of that festival in Houston?
Mocha Fest.
Mocha Fest. Go to Twitter and look up Mocha Fest in Houston. You're gonna see some shit.
I done got too famous.
Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness.
If I wasn't me now, I'd be out there.
But it was broad daylight. They was all hanging out. I don't know where they were at. But it was this dude standing there, and this woman had pulled his actual man part out, and she was giving him, and then she held it for this other girl.
Now, one of them hoes looked like a nana.
Yeah, that's what I said. She looked like an old lady, didn't
one
she?
of them hoes was Annie.
I think that was the first lady.
Yeah, she was trying to relive her freaknik days.
Yes. Then later in the same video, they showed this guy picking up this girl and
cool to me. What was the sound he made?
To her. Then the same video.
Sometimes you gotta eat a little.
A woman had a girl laid out on her back, and when I tell you, she was viciously and aggressively eating that thing up. Broad daylight.
No, it was beautiful.
Thousands of people around.
Bubbles and suds. I loved it.
It was bubbles inside. Were they at a pool party?
I guess it was at a phone party or something,
That sounds crazy, but they was getting it. I ain't never did nothing too wild like that. I'm not into free, like, the way I am with germs, I don't like moist things. I don't like squishy things. Like, even when I work out, like, I was just thinking, like, I had my headphones over my earmuffs headphones. Even that, if it gets sweaty on my ears, it's like, eh. Like, I don't like that kind of stuff, but y'all have fun.
Next at 5, a high school student accused of trying to give a man HIV. The woman was in court today to face these shocking accusations. It's a story so many of you are clicking on at WCPO.com and sharing it as well. 9 on your side's Roseanne Aragon is live with reaction from her school tonight. Roseanne?
Craig, Tanya, she was a teenage high school student here at Dawn Community High School, a senior on track for graduation, but now she could be a felon. In court today, 18-year-old Dawn Booker now facing a judge.
Has no felony record of any kind, no failures to appear in her history. She does live here in Cincinnati, as she has her whole life.
A young life now in a twist. She knew she was HIV positive and allegedly had sex with a man, not telling him she had the virus until after. The report reads, Booker did knowingly attempt to cause physical harm. In Ohio law, that's a crime. Anyone HIV positive must disclose that information before having sex. But that doesn't always happen. In 2012, Andre Davis, a pro wrestler, went to prison for having sex with several women without disclosing his status, passing on a virus already affecting the community. Here in Cincinnati, the Caracol organization and HIV support group helps more than 1,000 people with HIV. Now, they say in Hamilton County alone, there could be anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 people affected with the virus. A terminal virus without a cure.
This disease is something that is lifelong and chronic and could cause severe complications.
And studies show 1 in 4 new infections are found in teenagers and young adults. Booker's principal says while it didn't happen here, he was shocked.
The school had no awareness of this. We didn't even know that this, was going on. There was not a conversation with any counselor or teacher or me.
Leaving an 18-year-old girl in handcuffs and a man wondering if his whole life could change. The judge now setting a $5,000 bond.
All of this is conditional upon no engagement in sexual behavior.
That's crazy.
What? HIV? I was like, it's not cancer, it's HIV. So who did you cheat on me with? And he's like, I've never cheated. And I was like, stop lying. Stop lying to me. Like, we're past that now. I'm in the ICU and I'm basically dying from HIV. So, and you gave it to me. So where did you get it from?
What did you do to me, you son of a bitch?
You cheated on me or you lied about your test. He was like, no, I took that test. It was negative. So you cheated on me.
I'd sleep with anyone.
I said, this is not making sense.
It's either one or the other. Which one is it?
You say you didn't lie about your test, so you had to cheat. That was the first time that he did not have all the answers. Oh my God. I don't know what happened. He was leaning over like this and stuff, trying to conjure up some tears, reacting the way he thought he should react by, kneeling over and making the faces like he was crying, but there was like one tear. Now I think about it, it's comical that he was trying so hard to get those tears out, and they weren't there. That's why I think he's a sociopath. He has no conscience or humanity. I think that's all emotions he learned to fake. I was like, something about this is not right. I don't know what it is, but he's lying to me, and I've never thought he lied to me.
Just get out. Get the hell out! I don't want to look at you.
I was like, I don't want to hear any more lies. Just get out of my room. Felt like I went into a grieving period, and he was just making it worse, so I didn't want to talk to him. I blocked his number. When he would come to my house, I didn't answer the door. I just kept telling him I didn't want to talk to him. But I honestly thought that he cheated on me. It never crossed my mind that he would lie about that test. I was depressed. I was heartbroken. I didn't know if I was going to live or die. And I was just like, this is a bad dream. Like, this can't be happening.
That's crazy, but she seems to be looking healthy and stuff, but man, if y'all don't start making these people take these STD tests, I know it seems, I mean, you could buy this stuff in the store now, y'all, like for real.
This New Jersey mom and her 9-year-old daughter was chopped up by her husband's brother. The brother felt like the life that they had should have been his. He was jealous of his own brother. See, sometimes it's the people that's closest to you that envy you the most. You nice enough to let them come live in your basement. But the problem was the wife said she was starting to feel uncomfortable with him. She was ready for him to get out. And he couldn't handle that. And she had every right to feel like that. I'm not entitled to help your in-laws. Look, we could give them a place to stay for a little while, but I'm not entitled to let them live with us. Especially if I see that they not making no progress. They not trying to do nothing. You know, they moved in to get comfortable. If I allow you to come live with me for a little while, that's just what it is, a little while. His little while done expired. I'm ready for him to go. And what he do? He go get an axe, go upstairs, chop the mom up, then turn around and do the same thing to the little girl. And wrap him up in a bed sheet and put him underneath the bed. Now, even though he's mad at the wife because she's the one that want him to get out, what about your brother though? That's your brother daughter. That's your brother wife. But see, it's not about them. It's about you. It's not even about your brother. It's about you and how you feel. That's why you can take that axe and go chop them up like it's nothing. Then steal a car and drive off. What about your brother? See, the problem is you ain't never care about your brother. It was all about you finding somewhere that you could lay your head at for free. You was living off of them people. And see, sometimes when you so close to a situation, you can't really see what's going on. Your wife, she wasn't close to him. So she could see how conniving he was. She could see how he was just using y'all. You know what I'm saying? Man, look, if your wife coming up to you telling you about her feeling uncomfortable, especially if she's feeling uncomfortable in her own home, fix that. Don't let that linger around. You know, now, I know sometimes we have soft spots for those family members, because we all have those family members that they just don't get it right. But you're not responsible for them. They not your responsibility. You don't have to move them in. You don't have to let them live with you forever. They don't have to leech off of you forever. They not your responsibility. You can look out for them, but you don't have to take care of them. And the little girl was just days away from celebrating her 10th birthday. Her life was cut short. For what? For nothing. Because we got a grown man living in our basement that's not ready to move on with his life. So he felt like the life that my brother living, that should be my life. It could be your life if you work for that life. If you get out there and do the same thing that your brother doing, you could have the same life that he have. But you don't want to do that. It's a lot of people like that. They look around and look at other people's lives and get mad. Man, that's supposed to be me. It can be you. If you get out there and do what they doing, it can be you. Instead of hating on them and getting angry with them, why don't you talk to them and ask them? Say, man, how do you do that? Hey man, can I get a job over there? Can you help me get it? You don't want to do that though. You don't want to get up in the morning like they do. You don't want to work all day like they do. You don't want to put the time in. You don't want to do that. You just want their life. Man, Sometimes the people closest to you can destroy you. You're not responsible for how people's lives turn out. You're not. Don't let people put that burden on you. You got a wife now. You got a daughter now. You can't blame yourself for how your brother and how your sister turn out.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate thing. That dude is doing time now, so. But I speak about this all the time. Jealousy is just crazy, man. And a lot of people let it fester and fester. And yeah, as much as you want to help your family out, having them live with you is a no bueno, unfortunately. I mean, in a perfect world, you should all be able to be one community and yada yada. But this world, man, people are just sick.
This story is about two twins, Amber and Ashley, and all the things that led to their deadly demise. One rainy night, a mother went in to deliver her twin daughters. It was love at first sight. She named them Amber and Ashley, and she told them she wanted them to be sisters together forever. Minutes after giving birth, the mother turned deadly ill and unfortunately passed away. The wife made the husband promise that if something ever happened to the twins, that they will be buried next to her, sisters together forever. The father did a great job with raising the girls, sending them to the best school and making sure that they were close. Unfortunately, the girls weren't as close as they seemed. Ashley to the left was the sweetest girl you could have ever met. She was the smartest, the prettiest, and everyone loved her. Amber was not friendly, she was not popular, and she was especially mean to her twin sister, Ashley. When Ashley got to high school, she began to cheer, and she met a boy named John Roberts. The only problem with that is that Amber had loved John since she first met him. Things were about to take a bad turn when Ashley and John came to Amber to announce that they had gotten married. Follow for part 2.
So that was creepy.
United States of America that breed children in order to sell them. And when they are sold, they come without birth certificates, which means it's easier to kill them and have no one ask where they are. We're also importing children by the plane load. Again, children who have no documentation. It's not just child slavery or child sex abuse. It's also child torture. Because you have adrenalized blood. You have the whole blood drinking ceremony of the satanic world. It's also the use of children for harvesting body organs. We'll have the Falun Gong testimony tomorrow. One of the reasons that the Falun Gong are so popular is because they're so healthy, so that you can harvest their body organs and get the very best. And then you have ritual ceremonies and ritual murder. As well as incidental murder. I have found in my research and preparation for this court and all of the work that will follow that most organizations that end up being used to prey on children, Oxfam is a recent example, all of the United Nations organizations, the Boy Scouts of America, all of the child services agencies across the United States of America, they did not start out as organizations to prey on children. But they attract pedophiles. And ultimately, pedophiles end up rising in the ranks and controlling those organizations. So that an organization that initially started out in the service of children becomes an organization that is in fact hunting children. Now, it's not my working assumption, but the working assumption yet to be proven that the totality of the children disappearing worldwide is toward 8 million people. Toward 8 million children. In the United States of America, the acknowledged number, not counting the children being bred without birth certificates, not counting the children being imported without documentation, is between 600 and 800,000 a year. Now imagine Africa and East Asia and all these other locations. I personally believe that the number we want to try to document is rising well beyond the official figures, and we have yet to learn what the actual number is. Okay? The other working assumption is how long do these children survive? within this system. What I am hearing from the witnesses that I've talked to is 2 years. It may be longer. It may be 4 years. It may be 6 years. But by and large, these children are so abused. I mean, we're talking rapes by the hour and so forth, that they reach their expiration date within 2 years. And then they're murdered with impunity, or they're ritually murdered if that's what they've been bred for. So I think we need to document this. No one else has done this before in a systematic manner. This commission is rendering a signal service by seeking to do an overall view in the public interest. I believe that once the public realizes that the government is not protecting their children at a scale of vulnerability that we can articulate, then everything else about the government is called into question. All right? So for me, this is a truly righteous endeavor. And I will end by saying that as much good as it might do to get the British angry, for me, the center of gravity for change is the American public. Because if you can get the American public angry, we will stop supporting dictators overseas. We will close all of our military bases overseas. I am on record as a former CIA operations officer saying that our 1,000 bases overseas are not there for national defense. They're there to serve as lily pads for the smuggling of guns, gold, cash, drugs, and small children. So let me say I am proud to be in your company, and I believe that no matter what we do or do not do, it is going to make a difference. God bless you all. These children.
So that was an actual judicial commission for the human trafficking. And, you know, as much as everybody loves to turn a blind eye to it, it is very much real, very much like still out of control. And, you know, I know a lot of people don't like to think about it, but it's very much a real issue that nobody's really wanting to attack. I mean, I'm glad that there's judicial commissions formed, but what is the next steps? Because we've been kind of well aware that this is a bad problem for years, and it's just continuing to get worse. I mean, it's continuing to get worse.
All right, so I'm pretty sure y'all all heard, but if you haven't heard about Ashley Grayson and her husband Joshua Grayson, Lord, this is motherfucking tea. Alright, so I seen this like a couple months ago. Like I used to always like watch the videos if it was on my For You page, but today I guess is the day that when I tell you God makes everything happen in mysterious ways. Okay, so let me break down a little tea for the ones that don't know. So supposedly Miss Ashley has a online business where she supposedly coaches people into making money like she did. Because she supposedly says she made $1 million in 40 minutes. But we're going to get into how she even got that $1 million. And Mr. Joshua here was damn near panhandling behind a YT guy. And supposedly she paid his way into living the way that she lives. So, okay. So, after TikTok, because, you know, TikTok, the FBI and everything. I don't know why people be getting on TikTok and they're not forgetting that people going to figure out their real life. Supposedly, TikTok figured out that she got that $1 million from a lawsuit of losing her one finger that she always hides from work. So, she won the lawsuit, got $1 million, and pretended that she got $1 million in 40 minutes off of doing whatever the hell she do, which is a goddamn nothing. Literally fucking scamming. And we can't say motherfucking allegedly no more because it's motherfucking real. But see, the story don't even get deeper then. My dog paid over $30,000 to $50,000 to get her, Sherelle, number one, unalive. Miss Derica, which is the one she's trying to be like, unalive. And thirdly, her ex-boyfriend. Now, it don't even get crazy there, y'all. Miss Ma'am and her husband decided to sue them and say that they're lying about trying to be unalive and, you know, like they're making all this shit up. Number one, she lost the lawsuit and then got countersued by Miss Derica again for $10 million and lost. So now she got to pay $10 million. Well, she can't even pay $10 million because let me show y'all something. They got fucking indicted for racketeering and murder. Now this baby of theirs ain't finna grow up with them, bitch. They finna be with grandma or the foster care while they behind bars. And charges have been filed. by the FBI. Now, if you think you lost the government case, I just know you losing that fucking FBI case, because the FBI come, now they got some shit on your ass. So this $1 million home, garbage. All these people money that you be stealing, garbage. That baby, garbage. So basically, how the TikTok basically exposed her, like, baby girl, you been hiding that 4 fingers for the rest of your damn life, ho. That's how you got that damn money. She was gonna try to make a post on how, and being transparent on the situation. Girl, just tell people that you got that money from that damn lawsuit and you finesse the fuck out of them. I just hope all y'all sit back and watch this damn movie, because one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. My God works in mysterious ways. You're not gonna sit out here and finesse people. And you know what's more sad about it, y'all? Is that you guys are African American people finessing your own kind, pretending to be somebody that y'all not. And this is why I always try to tell people, don't believe what you see on the internet. People are not living that life for real. People are miserable, struggling, lying, finessing, and doing anything they can do to get some change. So y'all need to also stop pretending and y'all need to stop acting like these people don't pretend their fucking life. You feel me? So I blame y'all too. Because there ain't no way you pay a damn course and the bitch can't physically show you how the fuck they made that damn money. But this is left to God, y'all. I'll update y'all on some more shit when everything else drop.
This little girl, Venetia, cracked me up. All them cuss words, and then she said, leave it up to God. I just had to download that because it was like her telling a story. Some of these people on here that tell these stories are hilarious. So I never heard of this, but supposedly she's a scammer and she's gotten indicted on RICO charges. She's a millionaire mogul, but as you can hear our good sister Ashley say, or Venetia say, that she got her money from a finger she lost. I mean, that's a great scam to tell people, look, get rich like me. I mean, people are suckers for money, right? But yeah, so here's what it is. One of the biggest social scandals of the year involves an influencer named Ashley Grayson and her murder for hire plot that's stranger than fiction. In late 2022, claims that Ashley was scamming her client base surfaced online. From there, things escalated. Now she's in hot water with the law. So is Ashley guilty of these heinous crimes or not? She was a supposedly credit repair queen, of course. Formerly a post office worker, Ashley claims to have quit her job in 2017 to start her credit repair business, which according to Ashley tripled her salary. After she made her first $1 million, she invested her earnings into her business coaching company, which allegedly made another $1 million in just 40 minutes. Much like her other financial gurus on social media, Ashley offered her followers access to courses and one-on-one mentorship. However, Ashley's services came at a very steep price. Not only that, but her teachings were also proven to be ineffective. That may or may not be because Ashley actually acquired her first $1 million after she was paid as a workman, so we know the whole finger thing. She explained she was injured by a conveyor belt. This only gave more gravity to allegations that Ashley had everybody on the internet fooled. One ex-client took to TikTok and claimed that she had been scammed by the 8-figure business coach, and she wasn't the only one. Plenty of the other creators took to social media to share their grievances too. However, Sherelle was one of the ones who got sued. Amid the trial, Ashley took things a step further. Court documents reveal that Ashley and her husband have been accused of hiring a hitman. So the girl she said tried to kill Sherelle, who's somebody that said got scammed. They tried to hire a hitman to kill her and 2 other people, another business coach and Ashley's ex-boyfriend. So they have been indicted. Here's an update. In months since the allegedly hired a woman and her husband and murdered the 3 accusers, the FBI has gotten involved in the TikTok scandal. Since then, Ashley and her husband have been indicted on RICO charges, racketeering, and attempted murder. Although they were indicted, there's no way to tell whether or not they'll be found guilty till they have their day in court. So y'all be leery of these so-called life coaches, financial credit repair, all this mess. It's some scammers out here. It's some scammers out here, y'all. Y'all just be better off making a payment plan and calling it a day. That is it, y'all. I wanted to get all these story times out because they were interesting enough today, right? I will be back, of course, with more next week, of course. It's the weekend, baby. Enjoy it. Love it. It's fun. Is it in yet? It's signing off.